Hey, my YouTubers and everyone in the world. Today is September the 14th. The time is now 9:43 p.m. Today was a beautiful Friday all day. Now, today we're going to be talking about a topic that I'm extremely passionate about, and I'm going to let you guys know how I think and give you my advice. Now, today our topic is going to be you have to believe in God and know that He has a plan for every one of us. Like, I don't care who you are or what type of job you have. At the end of the day, we have times in our life where we just feel like nothing is going right. But at the end of the day, that's when you really have to believe within yourself that God has a plan for you. No matter if it's a bad relationship, or no matter if it's family members that you just don't get along with, maybe you hate your job, or you just feel like things are just not going right today. But at the end of the day, you got to get up and you got to believe in yourself, and you have to have faith. Never be afraid to get on your knees and start praying to God. Never be afraid to pray to God, even if it's in your head, because no matter what the situation may be, to that one problem, there's five or even six solutions that can help you get through it. I know that it's times, even with myself, where we have those moments where we just pissed off inside and we're just mad about things that we feel should not have happened to us. But that's when you have to have that faith to know that God has a plan for you. You know, whatever your situation is, your current situation right now, you have to know in your mind and truly believe that this situation is temporary. No situation is permanent, of course, unless you want it to be. You know, if things are not working out and you feel like you just completely over everything, that's when you have to really just get up and say, you know what? God has a plan for me. Get to praying to Him and let Him know what's going on inside of you. Because when no one else is around and you feel like you're left alone and you're by yourself, that's when you know for sure you're never by yourself. He's always there for you. He's always there. And I know it's times where we just feel like, damn, I got to go back to this job. I hate this job. Or, I got to deal with certain family members. And sometimes I may not want to be bothered. Or maybe that relationship is just not working out. But you know what? One thing I learned is that when you try to force situations, sometimes that makes it even worse. Me having the type of faith that I've learned to have with God and the relationship that we have, it's like I'm not afraid to let go anymore. See, before I was the type where I wanted to always be in control of every situation. I wanted everything to be perfect. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one who feels that way. But at the end of the day, what I've learned on my journey so far is that sometimes it's best to let go and pray to God and say, you know what, I have faith that even though I may not see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, there's going to be a point in time where I'll be able to look back and say, you know what, God, I understand why I needed that lesson. And sometimes it be the most messed up things that happen to us that we feel like we don't deserve that. But at the end of the day, it happened for a reason, you know? And even though it was a negative situation, what I learned to do is I trick my mind. I say, you know what? And this is smart thinking. There's a lesson behind it that I was supposed to learn so that I never repeat that same cycle again. Even when we come across certain people in our lives that we just may not always see eye to eye with, it's going to be a point in time where you're going to face this type of person again. Now, if you master how to deal with this type of person now, in the future, when people come at you with certain things, you thinking in your mind, I've been through this before. I know how to respond to it. And you start to master that part of yourself, and that's what builds up that inner strength. And I'm telling you, I know that sometimes life can seem extremely challenging, but at the end of the day, God would never give us something that we cannot handle. And that's when you have to have that, that extra strength. That's when you have to have that positive attitude. That's when you have to have that, you know what? I'm going to get through this and I'm going to continue to move forward. And not only that, I'm going to become stronger from this situation right now. One thing I learned too in life is that when we go through those painful moments, When we go through those moments where we're crying, we're depressed, we're just sad, let me tell you something. It's okay that you go through that. Because you know what? That's helping you become stronger than that situation. And pain to me, that's a temporary feeling. But see, the lessons learned behind it, that's a lifetime. So it's okay to cry sometimes. It's okay to let it out. I actually I applaud that. When people are not afraid to cry and express their feelings, that's fine. That's good. Because you're not holding it up. You're not holding it bottled in and then explode on somebody one day. You're expressing how you feel. You know, tell God what's going on. If the person that you love is not loving you the same, don't be afraid to let them go. Don't be afraid to move forward because you know what? Like I always say, there's a lesson learned behind that. But I just wanted to give you guys those inspirational, you know how I do. My inspiration, man. I love to reach out to millions of people. Like I always say, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And visit my website at shoploveronline.com. Until next time, like I said, don't be afraid to pray. You know, there's a lesson learned behind everything, and know that God has a plan for you. Even if you don't see it now, have enough faith to believe in what I'm saying. But it's your girl C, man. Until next time, peace.